Hello again, welcome to the lesson. This is lesson 3 in the Dave Hill single string guitar course, part 2. All right, thank you for tuning in and practicing hard and spending time getting better at the guitar and at music with me. Okay, so we've been working on warm-up exercises pretty much at the beginning of the last 2 lessons, and I'm going to give you another combination with your left hand to work on. To get your fingers kind of loose and coordinated, okay? Because that's what the point of most of these exercises is to get you more skilled at different combinations of picking and fingering between your right and your left hand. Okay, so you'll see behind me, instead of having notes written out in this lesson, I simply have numbers written out. Okay, so what are the numbers referring to? Okay? They're not lottery numbers, they're not a telephone number, they're just 1, 2, 3, 4. So what do you think? 1, 2, 3, 4. What do you think it refers to? I wonder. Well, it refers to your fingers of your left hand. Okay? So if you just pick any combination of numbers between 1 and 4 and just mix them up, you have a finger digit combination you can practice as long as you contain all 4 numbers. Okay? So what I did is I just made up a few just to give you a picking combination to start with, and then we're going to add some variety in there. So 1, 2, 3, 4. It doesn't even matter where you start. It could be on the low string. It could be on the high string. Right? It could be on any fret. Doesn't really make a difference because it's just your left hand. You're playing only on one string. Okay, so I'm just going to do it for today. I'm just going to do it on the G string, starting on the C note. And that's going to be my 1, 2, 3, 4 combination. Okay? Okay, we're going to use our metronome now to warm up here for our tempo. And let's just practice doing 1, 2, 3, 4, just with our right hand really locked into our left hand fingering. Okay? 1, 2, 3, 4. Now this might seem pretty easy, of course. If you've been keeping up with your lessons, it does seem pretty easy, right? But once again, I don't want you to be doing this. I don't want you to be flying off the fretboard there. Just try to keep your fingers really close. Okay, now that we've got that, I want to try another combination out. So how about if we do this? How about if we go 1, 1, 4, 3, 2. So we'll go like this. So it's like starting on our first finger, but then reversing and coming to our fourth and walking back down. So we have this. And remember, all alternate picking. Okay, what's number 3? Number 3 is 1, 3, 2, 4. 1, 3, 2, 4, 1, 3, 2, 1, 3, 2, 4, 1, 3, 2. Now that might be more difficult for you to play if you haven't done that combination, so you can slow that down if you want. And you can take the numbers as far as you want. Let's go with the number 4. Number 4 goes 1, 4, 2, 3. So let's try that. 1, 2, 3, 4. Pretty comfortable. Let's start with our 4th finger, number 5. 4, 3, 2, 1. That's just reversing from the 4th finger. Okay, that's pretty easy. Let's go to the last one. 3, 4, 1, 2. 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. Okay, and you can start from the top and just go, let's say 4 on each one if you want, just to get your fingers kind of coordinated and mixing all of them up together. You could also do another thing that would challenge you. You could put a fret in between some of the space in between some of your fingers. So you could go 1, 2, 3, 4, and do it like that. Then you put a space between your first and your second finger. Or you could decide to put a space or a fret in between one of the other fingers. So it could be 1, 2, 3, 4. Right, so that could be, or the second one would be 1, 4, 3, 2. thing here is get your fingers mastered so you have control over any combination that you want. You can also start ascending and descending on different strings. So you could go like this. You could go. Because each string has its own tension as you ascend and descend, it changes. Okay, so that's the point is you're trying to get your fingers used to doing not only left hand synchronicity exercises, but right hand lock with your left hand fingering, and also challenges like the stretching and position shifting as you're playing. So these are just other kinds of warm-up exercises that you can do. And I really want you to try to think of some of your own. You might even find that you come across something, you've made something up, maybe you like a lick that you learned and then you like the way that sounds and that's challenging to you, and you can make that a good technique building exercise, okay? So these are very non-musical, but they have their own benefit because you get into things that you're playing here that you're probably not going to play in a more traditional kind of motif or lick, okay? So that's a good thing to keep in mind. Okay, we'll be right back in our next part of the lesson. Okay, hi again. We're back and we're continually working on things that we've been practicing and getting better at, but I'm going to keep challenging you with new ways to practice these things. Okay, so the last lesson had us playing combinations of our triads together and mixing scales that we've played before. So putting triads and scales together, which is pretty common when you're improvising and you're making up your own solo. So we're going to do the same thing again in this lesson, but what we're going to do is we're going to change to a different position of our triads, okay? So we learned our triads, we learned all of them on our last course, but what we're going to do in this particular lesson is we're going to take a new position and add it to the position that we just worked on. So our last position was right here in A minor, right? We pretty much stuck in this position and played A minor and D minor and F major. Okay, and that was pretty much a comfortable position, and our scale was right underneath our fingers. Okay, but what we're going to do now is we're going to stay in this position, but we're going to kind of broaden it. First of all, we're going to play in C minor, though. So by virtue of the fact that we're staying in this position, but we're playing in a new key, we're going to play a new or a different fingering for an arpeggio. So now we're going to play this C minor arpeggio right here. Okay, so C minor is right here now. Actually, I'm adding the B flat, which I technically would make it a 7th, so I'm not going to do that. Okay, it sounds so good that I keep wanting to do it, but the triad is just 1, 3, 5. So 1, 3, 5, 1, 3, 5, 1. Okay? So that's our position now for C minor. And then we've got another position here right in our fingers for F minor. Okay, so check it out. Roots circled, of course. Okay, so C minor. F minor. Now you can also actually, I guess I should have pointed this out, the minor third would also be available if I had another fret here on the end, and you could play it more comfortably there. So I'll just show you that on my guitar. Okay, as opposed to what I was trying before. Right, it's probably more conventional to do this. So now that we can get to the one chord in C minor, to the 4 chord in C minor, which is F, very easily because they're both under our fingers. Just like A minor and D minor were available in this position, C minor and F minor in a different combination of patterns are also right underneath our fingers in the same position. Okay? We can also go to the positions that we know of C minor and F minor right here, but we're going to just have more options now, okay? And of course, we've got another position here that we can play of our scale. Okay, so where the scale would be right here. Okay, so that's essentially C natural minor. Position. So that puts us all really in line really comfortably for the soloing that we can do now in this fifth position of C minor, and also we can now move up to the eighth position for C minor, so we have a larger range that we can draw on. Okay, now there's going to be one more sound we're going to use in our progression. We're going to still have a major tri like we did in our last progression, so we can go to A flat, which is one of the major chords we're going to have, and we'll just go ahead and do it in two places. We can either do it right here, okay, or we can even do it right here. Okay, so that's another way to play this form right here, but putting the third right here instead of here. I like to do it here because it gives you more of a spread to kind of get out of your fingers. Okay, so we've got A flat down here. And then at one point I go back to B flat, so that brings me back up to there before we go back into C minor. Okay, so I know you know these arpeggios and you've been practicing them, but I'm going to give you another opportunity to play them. Okay, so here's our simple progression. Let's just play through it with the chords right now and see what it sounds like. Here we go. So the first bar is a count in. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's A flat. Top of the progression right there. Okay, so it gives you plenty of time to play through these arpeggios up and down, and also mix in some of your scale notes in there. But now we've got two positions that we can do it in, so we can have a little bit more fun with it. Okay, so let's see how that would sound. I'm gonna kind of direct you through it and do it nice and slowly in eighth notes. So we'll go like this. We'll be playing eighth notes like. C minor, F minor, and we're going to go to A flat like I showed you, back to G, and back to B flat. Okay, so we're going to put that together. Let me slow it down a little bit so you can kind of follow along a little bit more comfortably. Okay, first bar is just to count in. Here we go. Starting with arpeggios, guys and gals. 1, 2, 3, 4. Here's A flat. Flat, C minor, F minor, C minor, A flat. Change positions. G major in the middle position, B flat, Now new position of C minor. F minor here in the middle. A flat. G major. B flat. Now, okay, so once again, all we're doing here is just working out on our triads and just going up and down them very efficiently and kind of mechanically, but the purpose is to make this information really solid in your fingers and really get skilled at playing it, okay? So let's keep doing that for an exercise, and I'm going to have you do it. I'm going to just call it out as I'm playing the chords for you, okay? And I'm going to also call out, I'm going to call it the scale from time to time, and I'm going to have you go back and forth between the scale and the triad arpeggios, okay? So it might sound like this. First bar as you count. 2, here's the triad. Now scale. Triad. Scale. Now triad. Triad. Scale. Triad. Scale. Triad. Okay, you keep going. Here's triad. Triad again. Okay, now scale right there. Keep playing this scale. How about the triad there? Now start with the triad. Triad. Okay, get ready to play the scale right here. Okay, triad. Still a triad. Okay, now let's just have a little fun. I'm gonna mix it up. Okay, very kind of classical sounding in a way, with all those minor triads and major triads together. Okay, so point is, you want to get this information down so you can play pretty much without having to think too much about it, and you can combine all the different things that we've been working on, and there's still going to be other stuff we're going to talk about to make this stuff more interesting and more fun. Okay, so that's the end of our lesson today. I'll tune in with me next lesson, and I'll see you then. Dave Hill signing off.